Christians are kind of like cell phones. I'm going to give you an illustration, and it's a good one. You'll remember this one. When a cell phone is connected to the wall, I can use it as much as I want. I don't have to ever worry about it dying, right? The battery, I don't have to worry about battery. As long as it's plugged into the wall, I'm fine. I can use it as much as I want. There's no fear of ever losing power unless the power company has an issue, right? And why is that? It's because the source of power the phone is using is coming from outside the phone. As soon as I disconnect from the wall, that phone will continue to work just fine for a while. Because it's running on the reserves of power that it got from the wall. Eventually, though, what happens is the power in that cell phone runs out. The battery dies. To be clear, God is our power source, not the church. I'm not going to make a claim the church is your source of power. If you think that the church is your source of power, you're missing it. If you think I'm going to tell you right now, please do not think that. I don't want to be in that spot. Don't put me in that place. I will not stand on a pedestal. I will not exist on. I will knock myself off of it. God is our source of power, not the church. In the same way that the power plant is the source of power, not the outlet. But the phone still needs to connect to the outlet because that is the way the power company gets power to the phone. God has chosen to use the church. That's his method of connecting and pouring power, and he has chosen to use the church. Now, are there other ways that he works? Sure, absolutely. He absolutely does for a time. There are times where maybe you'll find yourself in a season where maybe you're between churches. Maybe you move. You change locations and you're new to the area and you're like, I know I need to plug in. I know I need to get connected. I know I need a church family. I know it's important, but I just haven't found one yet. That's okay. You have a battery for a reason. God will pour into you, but that was never meant to be a permanent assignment. There are times where we are in transitional phases, but that is only meant to be a transitional phase, not a permanent location. Because in that time, we're operating on reserves. And God will help us, and he will sustain us, and he will give us what we need for that season. But don't try to live there. Because trying to live independent, trying to live disconnected from the body is dangerous, and it is contrary to God's design. When a person decides that they are going to disconnect from the family and go out on their own to do things their own way without accountability, without mentorship, without discipleship, that is a setup for pain.